Hi, I'm Andrew Smith with Virginia Farm Bureau's Governmental Relations Department.
And I'm Stephanie Talon, also with Farm Bureau Government Relations. Welcome to our almost final General Assembly weekly video update. For those of you who've been following along with our videos over the past couple of years, you'll know that it's smiley face time. This is the time where we do our wrap up in the form of smiley faces or frowny faces or neutral faces. So as a reminder, if you haven't watched these videos before, if you see this face, it means the bill or issue was resolved favorably with regards to Farm Bureau policy. If you see this face, it means the bill or issue was not resolved favorably with regards to Farm Bureau policy. And if you see this face, the neutral face, it means there's still work to be done on the issue or Farm Bureau is neutral on the issue. So with that, Andrew, you ready to get started?
I am. Stephanie, let's start off with you on a few. How about efforts to increase Virginia's slaughter and meat processing capacity?
Happy to report that gets a smiley face.
How about to protect a farmer's ability to use paraquat?
Another smiley face.
And lastly, on these, how about efforts to expand eligibility for the Dairy Producer Margin Coverage Premium Assistance Program?
That was actually the first bill the governor signed into law, so I'm going to give that a double smiley face.
Okay.
Now, Andrew, over to you. How about slowing down scheduled increases to the minimum wage?
Unfortunately, I'm going to have to give that a frown.
And maintaining the agricultural worker exemption and updating the Virginia Overtime Wage Act.
That gets a big smile, though.
Great. Another popular topic, reducing abuse of the farm use vehicle registration exemption.
Happy to report that gets a big smiley face. Farm Bureau wants to cut down on that abuse, but still allow the farmers to have that exemption to haul their product and related things, so we give that a smiley face.
Great.
Stephanie, how about to allow 501c5 agricultural organizations to establish a multiple employer welfare arrangement as a step towards being able to offer small group benefit plans?
That's one that Farm Bureau has been working on for a couple years now, and happy to report that finally gets a smiley face.
How about to streamline the EQ permitting process and provide consistency in requirements for permit applicants?
Another smiley face. Andrew, back to you. Ensuring statewide uniformity in forms used for revalidation of land use assessment applications.
Sure, we sought to have the State Department of Taxation to develop a form to give consistency between localities and also some consistency when commissioners retire, that the forms don't change. So we give that a big smiley face.
Great. Another land use related one, using land use assessment value rather than full market value in the composite index.
Unfortunately, we're going to have to get that a frown. We were hoping to get that looked at more thoroughly this year and get that bill passed, but no, that's a frown. Stephanie, how about to protect a farmer's ability to use traps to protect property from wildlife damage?
There were several bills involving trapping this year, and I'm happy to report they were all resolved favorably, so we get a smiley face.
Good.
Andrew, reducing the loss of farmland when localities are disproportionately impacted by nutrient credit trading.
That's a really difficult issue, but we're going to have to give that a frown.
And protecting landowners' rights under eminent domain.
I'm going to give you two signs here, Stephanie. I'm going to give you a smiley face and a neutral face. There are three bills involving eminent domain. Two of them have been resolved. They've passed. But the third, which is a really big bill that would protect landowners during the process and give more transparency, that's gone to a conference committee, so we still don't know the outcome of that bill, but we're still hopeful. So give it smiley face and also a neutral.
Got it.
Stephanie, how about to reduce the impact of solar projects on prime agricultural land and forest land?
This was certainly a hot topic of session this year. There were many action alerts that went out on this topic, and we are happy to report it gets a smiley face at the end of session here.
Same issue, to protect prime agricultural land but by establishing a mapping tool for solar siting.
Also a smiley face. So Andrew, these are some of the bills that we worked on. How about the budget? The General Assembly is still meeting. We don't really quite have an end in sight yet for the budget, so can we give a final face for the budget yet?
Sure, Stephanie. We had a variety of issues that we work on that involve the budget, anywhere from best management practices to extension, to the state veterinarian's office, many things going on. And, we looked at the budgets they came from the different houses, and we give it a smiley face. But because the budget is still being worked out, we're still hopeful. So, smiley face, neutral, but leaning towards a smiley face. And we'll have more reporting on that probably next week.
Great. And we certainly want to thank Chairman Barry Knight of the House Appropriations Committee and Senator Janet Howell of the Senate Finance Committee for working to include many of those agriculture and forestry initiatives in the budget. And hopefully we'll get that neutral face down to a final smiley face at the end of things. Thank you for following along. This is not indicative of all the bills that we've worked on this session. If you're interested in hearing more than just a smiley face or a frowny face, be sure to stay tuned for our email comprehensive update, wrap up really of the 2022 General Assembly session with more details on all of the bills. But thank you for following along.